be there and be part of the full experience, okay? Next is our code of conduct, okay? You have been granted the unique opportunity to spend time abroad. Like, this is a big privilege. I know it, as a high school student, I really, really wanted to, but my mom changed her mind last minute and had to back out. So take advantage of this. With this privilege comes important responsibilities, which you should take very seriously. So at this point, important policies that must be followed at all times. We've designed for your safety and created with your best interest in mind. So like when we did our training, we talked to other people that have done the tours this size and with this number of students, and we've taken all that knowledge from people's other experiences and made sure that we've tried to safeguard as much as we could to guarantee your safety and your enjoyment. Okay. And so these are going to be our key factors to having a successful trip, having fun, but it is also important for safety that if any of the violations of these policies are broken, they will lead to disciplinary action, the termination of your participation in the tour, or an early return to home. So we don't want you to miss out. We don't want your money to be wasted. And again, it's going to be on top of your additional expenses for the trip if something goes wrong. So when we are at exhibits, we expect you to be on good behavior, to cooperate. We will not tolerate disorderly conduct, will not be tolerated, like, period. Participants are expected to exhibit proper respect for authority figures. So I'm not expecting you to have to say yes, ma'am, no, no, ma'am, yes, sir, but I'm expecting you to speak to people with respect. So that includes the teachers, chaperones, officials, tour guides, hotel, restaurant personnel. We're expected to respect our fellow travelers and classmates. This is your opportunity to bond with students outside of your normal friend groups, to bond with your teachers in a different atmosphere. And so we want you to take advantage of that. Okay. Dress appropriately. Okay. It's a vacation. I get that, but at the same time, dress appropriately. I promise you, you will still look just as cute for IG and for TikTok and what you have on than what you feel like you need to have on. Okay. So what does that mean? No short shorts. Like shorts, yes, it may be hot to some of y'all. So shorts, yes. No revealing clothing that has obscene words or pictures are forbidden. So we don't want any gestures and things like that that could be offensive. Clothing that is dangerous, suggestive, or provocative in nature is also just generally forbidden.
And this is especially important when we are in Rome at the Vatican, to wear appropriate clothing. Because if you're wearing shorts or a sleeveless shirt, they will not let you into the Vatican.
You will not be permitted. So, and that's not our rule. That's their rule. So
that's their rule.
If you look up just kind of like what do Europeans wear, you'll actually see that Europeans wear more covered attire than Americans. So surprising. So don't feel like, oh, I won't be cute and I won't be fit. You'll be perfect. Okay. Participants are expected to use socially acceptable language, as absolutely no cursing or profanity. So be mindful of that. I know that sometimes it slips. We'll have a slip of the tongue. We're not gonna be like, oh, go back home. Okay. But be mindful and just be a little more intentional about the words that come out of your mouth. Okay. You must comply with prescribed airline, local, state, and federal rules and regulations. So on the airplane, if you can't go somewhere, you can't go somewhere. If you should be sitting and buckled, when it says seat and buckle, follow those rules. Okay. And all travelers must participate in all day-to-day activities with group, including all scheduled daily breakfast and dinner meetings. Okay. However, we understand if you're not feeling well that day or you have a tummy ache, we'll work with you, but you are expected to participate. You are forbidden from exploring on your own. Okay. Meaning that no one student should be walking around London, Paris, or Rome by themselves at any point. Okay. We will be flexible with where we are going during our allotted free time. So you will have opportunity to explore, but just roaming by yourself is an option. I will tell you that when I travel, I'm an adult and I do my best not to travel alone or explore unknown areas by myself. So it's just a safety precaution. So we want you to always be in a group and always have an adult chaperone. We have about 16 adults in total traveling with us. So I'm sure that if there is a restaurant or boutique or something that you want to go to, that there's going to be an adult that also wants to go that direction or is willing to go in that direction with you. They're not going to be holding your hand and, you know, in your conversation. We just want to make sure that there's eyes on you all times. Must return to meeting points. So you will be say, okay, we're meeting here at this statue at X amount of time. I like to say, sync your clocks, sync your watches, set your alarms. I have to set an alarm. Like I will have to set a 2-hour timer to make sure, okay, I need to be back here in 2.5 hours, but I'm going to set a 2-hour timer so that wherever I'm at, I have plenty of time to get back. Okay. So if it's a problem where you're continuously late arriving, then it may become an issue and you may lose free time, or you may not have as much freedom to go as far away as you want. Okay. Participants may not have roommates of the opposite sex and may not have visitors of the opposite sex in their rooms. Okay. All meetings outside the room and hanging out or outside the room. Rooms are meant for sleeping only. Like you're going to be tired. And even if you're not tired, maybe the other people in your room are tired. So it's not nice. It's not I guess it wouldn't be nice. I don't know what I'm trying to use. I'm tired, guys. But it's not the best idea for you to interrupt someone else's sleep. It's not nice to interrupt someone else's sleep. Participants must shower regularly and keep their personal space clean. Okay. Good hygiene. Smell good, feel good. Driving any form of motorized vehicle such as automobiles, motorbikes, and or motorcycles is prohibited. Your license, we're just gonna pretend that it doesn't even work when we're there. Okay. Random room checks may be done by chaperones at any time. So keep that in mind. Participants are to make their rooms available upon request of any chaperone. So if a chaperone comes to your room, you should open the door at all times. And cool. All right. Possession, use of all or sale of drugs and or alcohol products is strictly prohibited. That is immediate dismissal from the tour. And again, minors, you will be flying home unaccompanied, and parents at a parent's expense. And in the event a participant is removed from the trip and sent home, again, their family is fully responsible for all of the incurred cost. We will help with arranging the transportation, but it comes down to you paying for transportation, airplanes, tickets, if there's a layover, everything. Okay. So students, don't waste your money. Another thing we want to be mindful of is any display of violent behavior is prohibited and will result in being sent home. Any display of self-destructive behavior is prohibited and will result in being sent home after a conversation. Like we want to check in on your mental health and figure out what's going on, and all those other things will also be followed. Theft and vandalism are prohibited and immediate dismissal from the trip. And participants are expected to abide by established curfews. So these are the curfews that have been established. At 10 p.m., all participants, all student travelers need to be at the hotel. Okay. So at 10 p.m., all student travelers need to be at the hotel. By 11 p.m., all student travelers need to be in their assigned rooms. And this is not only just for safety, but you need to rest. We are going to be going 12, 14 hours a day, back to back, walking 5 to 6 miles. And so just being mindful of being the best version of yourself, you want to make sure you're getting rest. Okay, any students caught breaking curfew may be sent home. Times may be altered, however, depending on our arrival back to the hotel. So if dinner took longer and we didn't get back to the hotel to 10, we'll still give you that opportunity to hang out, talk about your day and just socialize. So now that we've gone through all of this stuff, the final thing is that you agree and commit to everything that was said. By doing so, by scanning this QR code, you're going to go through and fill out an initial sign that you agree to everything that was said and addressed here. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let us know.
There's the QR code, and also after this meeting, we'll send out like a PDF of of this presentation as well as the recording. Make that available. We'll also send a link to the Google form too. so that you don't necessarily have to scan the QR code, but you still have access to that form so that we have all that information.
And I can post the link right now in the chat window if anyone wants it from there. So